I'm not even going to show you the new part yet. So this right here is the new part. No point in showing you what the new part is until it passes. These are the parts that I think I can do this. Let's see how good my editing is. Roll it forward, bring it up, make it so you can't see nothing, and got my wires caught on the post. So my wires did actually get kind of hung up on that right there. So that's something to keep in mind. So the entire time that I've been driving this, these wires have not come undone. These wires have not come undone, and neither of these, and it's because of how I've got it tied up. So these blocks are newly printed. These blocks are original prints that have survived. These, obviously, nothing's ever going to happen to these things unless you like literally put them in a vise and smash them to death. And then the other part, this part, I ain't going to show you until I'm ready. So yeah. So where are we with this project? I hate to say it this way, but in order for me to make things the same, you're basically seeing the same video again, because I wanna test it through all the things. I'm gonna try and do some violent rolls. This is the part that okay. So this is why you employ testers, and I don't mean employ. You send out parts to test. Because instead of you destroying your vehicle, they're destroying their vehicle with your parts. So, but I can't, I feel like I can't do that. I don't think that's fair. So I've sent out, you know, a couple of things here and there, but that was just only because to try to grab some attention. So I don't really need to grab any attention with this thing, because this thing is what it is. This is not going to be for everybody, dude. This is a hockey puck lift kit. And if you're the kind of guy, inject comment in here somewhere, if you're the kind of guy that doesn't like a bumper gap, like that much of a bumper gap, dude, you've never installed a body lift. So I think it's funny. It is funny, and I think the guy is kind of being funny about it, or girl, whatever he or she is. I don't know. I can't tell by the name. I don't think I can remember by the name whether if it was a guy or a girl, but either way, it doesn't matter. Maybe if it was a girl, that is why it matters more. But if it's a guy, dude, nah, this ain't no SEMA truck. Hopefully I'm recording. I see the little red light. Just wanted to make sure. What did I do with the remote? Oh, crap. I put the remote next to the other remote. Alright, let's see if we have a connection issue this time. And I told you, dude, what's she doing over there? She's eating the crackers. So I'm gonna have to very nicely drive her away from the crackers. See? What the hell is up with this? There we go. It takes a little bit. Get out of there. Get. Alright, there's your first crash. Not really. That stupid dog poop, man, pisses me off. I think that's what I've got to get. I got to get myself one of those dump trailers. Alright, so I'm going to go in for a roll right now. So here we go. I'm going to come in for a cracker roll. That's a good roll. Come in for another one. Full rip. Here we go. A cracker roll. That one wasn't a cracker roll, but that was a pretty good damn roll right there. Look at this dude driving on my lawn. What's the matter with you, guy? Cracker roll. All right. Now see, if it was Mojave, it would be able to spin up. Even UDR would be able to spin up, and when it lands on its side like that. All right, here we go. Gonna go in for another one. Cracker roll. Ooh, that was a good one. Dude, I hate that I'm doing this. You can almost see my body mount. One thing I will say about this, because there's so little drivetrain drag, this thing really, yeah, it, see, right away, it would do it. Maybe if it was still in a rotation, I'd be able to get it, but, dude, there's actually two poops now. One there and one there. Dude, I'm literally gonna start taking it and just throwing it right in his yard. All right, so this time I'm gonna go ahead and roll the other direction. Oh, there we go. That broke it. Okay, back to the drawing board. Alright, so I might as well show you. So it was a split design, and what I was hoping was the independentness of the two. It would allow for the flex. This 3D printing stuff just ain't working, man. And the infill wasn't quite 100, and that's where you can't always have the infill be 100. So that broke all of them. So this one shattered on the back here. This broke. See, I was hoping that there would be enough flex, but there isn't. I wonder if I made the holes too tight, and maybe that's an additional reason why things are broken. These are fine, so the Nerf bars are fine. Might have to change the orientation of how this is printed. Thing is though, is because of the way the I gotta sit down for this. I'm gonna shut this thing off. Team Not One Pack, dude. Camera just shut off. So here's the deal. The PETG that I'm using, it's too brittle for the impact resistance. I think I'm gonna switch over to my PETG on roids. Once I switch to that, PETG on roids, that's what it's called. PETG on roids. It's a different, I think it's like PCTG. So the printing temperatures are slightly higher, but the impact resistance is a lot higher than PETG. The reason why I was using PETG was because I was hoping for a little bit of that flexibility, but the problem is once you start over printing PETG, you lose the print's flexibility. You get what I'm saying? So like when you make the infill solid, like if you crank up the infill to 100%, 95%, and I even have it printed on gyroid. So gyroid is a crazy kind of like infill. Those individual little pieces, those back pieces, take like an hour and 20 minutes each to print. You gotta print stuff slow too. So yeah, so the PETG on roids is the next step. I'm happy with the design. I'm just obviously not happy with the lack of impact resistance. So Yeah. Dude, it's just the way it goes, man. I'm kind of glad this is happening this way because I'll get it to a point to where I'm satisfied. That was a pretty good hit, but, you know, nylon or whatever the plastic is that they use, that stuff is obviously, because it's not 3D printed. That stuff that they use is a molded part. And it's specifically designed to do exactly what it does, so. I haven't got the capabilities to print, you know, anything. I think the top of my limit is PETG on roids. That's literally the top of my limit. So anyways, it's all just talk, it's all test, it's all just whatever. The concept, I think, is good. The design is good. It's just the materials used and my inability to be able to potentially create the actual part that's needed. And that's where everybody thinks that, you know, owning a 3D printer is just click and print. It kind of is. For those people that aren't creating high impact parts, like kind of like what, I mean, it's not even really a high impact part when you really think about it. It's just wild, dude. The friggin' hammer test that I did on it. Like, I mean, I really thought to myself, damn, it's really taking these impacts. But I think what it is it's the torque of that pin. It's realistically what it is it's the torque of the pin, meaning the pin is just applying a different kind of force. Like it's like the same heavy force, but in a more localized, pinpointed location when you see how the pin goes in. And that's obviously the weakest point in that whole thing. So it's not necessarily back to the drawing board, because it's just back to the change of filament thing. And like I said, this PETG on roids is literally it's pushing the edge of the spectrum of what an Ender 3 can print. So I've done it before, but not on body mounts. That's why I'm so willing to, you know, spend the 50 bucks a spool to do this. And literally, you have no idea, dude. I have chewed through, I swear to God, probably not an entire roll, but I want to say I've chewed through that much of a roll of PETG. I think that's like 30 bucks a roll or something like that. So we're going from, that's like 45 bucks for the other roll. Shouldn't have said 50. It's like 45 and change or something like that, so. Anyways, RC Guy Garage, and I'll see you on the next video.